Welcome to another bite-sized episode of Cream Rises Up. Throughout the last 3 decades, researchers from different prestigious universities and research institutions were busying themselves to crack the code for reverse aging in humans. The findings from Boston labs have shown reverse aging results among mice and could show similar results in people. The combined experiments, published for the first time in the journal Cell, challenge the scientific belief that aging is the result of genetic mutations that undermine our DNA, creating a junkyard of damaged cellular tissue that can lead to deterioration, disease, and death. What researchers discovered when they were conducting these experiments was startling to say the least. Old and blind mice have regained their eyesight, developed smarter, younger brains and built healthier muscle and kidney tissue. On the flip side, young mice have prematurely aged, with devastating results to nearly every tissue in their bodies. These researchers were able to forward or backward the aging process without altering the genes. According to David Sinclair, a professor of genetics in the Blavatnik Institute at Harvard Medical School and co-director of the Paul F. Glenn Center for Biology of Aging Research, the human body holds a backup copy of our youth that can be triggered to regenerate. Professor Sinclair is adamant that by resetting the epigenome, the chemical compound that dictates gene activities, we can restore the information that is required to reverse aging. Explaining this phenomenon, Professor Sinclair said, quote, "We're showing why that software gets corrupted and how we can reboot the system by tapping into a reset switch that restores the cell's ability to read the genome correctly again as if it was young. The epigenome is like a switch that turns genes on and off. Human behaviors such as smoking, environmental toxins, bad diet, lack of sleep and others can trigger the epigenome. As a result of cellular panic, the epigenome is disrupted and proteins lose track of their original position." Professor Sinclair said, quote, "The cell panics and proteins that normally would control the genes get distracted by having to go and repair the DNA," unquote. According to the professor, regardless of age and health condition, this process can reverse the epigenome to its original state. Explaining this fact, the professor said, quote, "The body will remember how to regenerate and will be young again, even if you're already old and have an illness." Now, what that software is, we don't know yet. At this point, we just know that we can flip the switch. This findings from Boston labs looks very interesting and promising as well, but time will tell if we get the upper hand on the dreaded old age.